Всем доброго времени суток, с вами Драк, и это пятая часть по прохождению Dune Awakening. И в этом серии я планирую выполнить все задания учителей. Приятного просмотра. Я не буду показывать вам весь процесс
Welcome,
выполнения
stranger.
задания, ибо это
If you come
очень
seeking treatment,
нудно
I have all
и
manner of
неинтересно.
locally sourced natural remedies for what. And I need a pleasure thrall hung like a Tarnarian bull pig. We don't always get what we want.
А это интересно.
That depends on whether you would consider a 30-meter phallus exceptional or not.
Йоу.
Yes. In mating season, the Tarnarian bull sow burrows herself deep in the ground until a male is drawn near by her pheromone. When the male arrives, it, for lack of a better word, unspools its penis and penetrates the loose soil as it probes for the female.
Ничего себе у нее влажная фантазия.
Wait until you hear where she lays her eggs. She's never even apologized. I don't know if I can. Did you actually hear her say that? Well, when I hear it from her, I will think about it. We did have a bloody good time together. But until then, no more free stims. 1,000 Solaris, or pound sand. You know, I warned Kara these won't work forever. She needs a permanent fix. Welcome, stranger. What is there to tell? I am a simple herbalist, plying my trade in a troubled world. Well, whoever told you that is mistaken. While I do offer healing services, they are of a simple naturopathic variety. You're back.
At last. Let me see it. I wasn't sure that you would come. Yes, I suppose it is. Thank you. Your loyalty is unexpected and welcome. That doesn't really concern you, and the less you know, the better. Fine. Perhaps you have a point. What do you wish to know? My name is Jocasta Cleo, and truth be told, I am no longer of the Sisterhood. Without getting into detail, my exile from the Sisterhood found me on the sanctuary planet, Tupil. Only the Spacing Guild knows its exact location, so travel to or from Tupil requires their compliance. Yes. Especially so when you are stranded with no currency. For a long time I did nothing, other than pursuing my research on bloodlines. I'm sorry. While the Sisterhood has turned its back and cast me out, I still believe in their mission and cannot betray their secrets. That's just their way. One mustn't take it personally. I'm not ready to betray their secrets just yet. But you make a good point. Let me consider that for a while. You're back. Yes, you have shown unexpected aptitude. If only you had been trained from pre-adolescence, the Sisterhood would make good use of you. Thus, with your muscle training, you will detect the slight shift in air pressure to know a nearby door has opened. With a focused mind, you will detect the variations in a person's voice and comportment to reveal their emotional state or potential deception. Working together, your heightened senses allow you to see the unseeable and know the unknowable. Now, focus. Very good. Your third eye has opened, and with it, a new world opens as well. Continue training and you will be a formidable presence. But for now, take your leave while I examine Kind's lexicon. Do what you must to discover who has issued the contract against me and report back.
What have you learned? Yes? Yes, the subtle changes in your stance and posture tell me the story. You are ready to unlock new strata of your potential. You're right. You've proven yourself. I have nothing to hold my tongue but cowardice, and that would be an unworthy demonstration for a pupil. I once trained young adepts of Gnaz. When our house fell, Count Fenring contracted me to come to Kaitane and train students from the Sardaukar. As I trained them, something in their arrogance and soulless brutality disturbed me. I investigated their origins. I learned things about Salusa Secundus I should not know. I'd rather not say out in the open. Count Fenring discovered my prying and offered a choice. A duel to the death, or execution. He said he must test himself against the best. We fought. I lost. He took my eyes with a dagger. I could hear him popping them betwixt his fingers. I'll never forget his words. Though the Emperor wills it, it would be a crime against the Imperium to destroy a teacher such as you. Dumped me, wretched and mutilated in the purgatory of these Harco village streets. I assume he has eyes watching me in my freakish defeat. Yeah, but enough of these light-hearted tales. I owe you training, and you owe me excellence. Let the blade fill your hand. Let the blade become your hand. You nearly had me there. A lesser man would feel threatened. I am a worthy man, and so I take pride in the efficacy of my teachings. What have you learned? Tell me, pupil, why do you wish to match the adepts of Gnaz? A noble cause can feed the soul. However, the universe has a way of complicating things we once thought pure and without blemish. Now I continue to pass on this grand tradition. You must forge a ceremonial Damasteel sword. I lack this particular knowledge. I know of only one other swordmaster on this planet. My old student, Duncan Idaho. Go to him. See if he can teach you the process. Off you go then.
I've been waiting for you, Trooper. The withdrawal is creeping back up. I need those stims. Have you been out in the Badlands honing your skills? Let's see. Oh, good work, Trooper. I knew I could count on you. Give them here. No, and she doesn't have to, because you're going to get me that master transmitter. I'm working an angle right now. It's too early to say anything. I don't want to jinx it. It just looks that way, Trooper. But the deck gets thinner every time. I need that transmitter soon, because the stims aren't going to work forever. You've been loyal, Trooper. You've executed every mission set before you, no matter how perilous. I guess I owe you the truth. My lord was sworn to Archduke Ikaz. Our house miner was granted the administration of a remote mining system on the edge of Ikaz space. We shared system defense with House Gauger, the house charged with the actual mineral extraction. When the feud between Ikaz and Mortani ignited to open war, House Gauger took the opportunity to move against us. They swore fealty to Baron Harkonnen, who was himself allied with House Mortani. The price of their betrayal was the head of my lord. For over 5 centuries, we fought and bled alongside House Gauger. In fact, they chose a banquet celebrating our long kinship to drug our food. We slept, oblivious as our lord and his family were slaughtered. Only the intervention of the House Gauger War Master saved us from the same fate. Instead, we were shackled, branded, and sold as Mala. Not necessarily a preferable outcome. That's a story for another day. I'm sick of reminiscing. You'll be sorry you said that, Trooper. It's time to step things up a notch. I have an advanced technique for you. You're back. There you are, Trooper. I've been waiting for you. I always wondered, if life is a rainbow, why doesn't it include black? Like the space between the stars. The stims aren't working anymore. Only Samuda helps. I need this damn implant out of my head. If Dr. Kumari is a real sook, she has the training to take it out. But it's dangerous. The implant contains an 8 microgram strontium charge. Enough to kill me and blow the good doctor's arms off. Yes, but the same master transmitter we've been after since the start. It just so happens my information broker made contact. Seems a known courier was tracked to a slaver base near the Hand of Kadir. If any slave crews are buying a master transmitter, there'll be a record of it there. I want you to find that base and kill them all. Consider it a training exercise. It'll be good target practice. See if you can find a shipping manifest and bring it back.
Этот мужик знакомый мастер меча, и он нам поможет выполнить этот квест.
Saren, he's alive. Where is he? What the hell is he doing in that fetid nest? How did he end up this way? There's no need to be so mysterious, damn you. How can I help Saren? He did he? I'm not keen to set such a weapon loose on Arrakis, but disciples of Ganaz must put school before house in these matters. You really are his pupil, huh? It is good, at least, that he is training again. Perhaps teaching you will teach him what is important. Very well. I'll teach you. The list of ingredients is unorthodox. The blade must be quenched in the blood of a slave. That is to say, a blood bag. Here's an Imperial permit. It is good for one forging. Such permits are not easy to come by for a reason, so don't lose it. Or the blade. You'll need the materials and a weapons fabricator. Now pay attention.
Он дает нам чертеж для меча, а мы его создаем и относим к учителю.
No one said the path is easy, but you breathe and they do not. Appreciate that, Adept. You are breathing and they are not. There is no more potent demonstration of your skill. Well done. They seek a rogue Bene Gesserit? Here, on Arrakis. There is no way they could have followed me here, but this contract is clear. They seek a rogue Bene Gesserit to be apprehended and returned to the Sisterhood's care. Doubtful. Sister Mesa is the last living member of the Akazi royal line. While it's certain that her forbidden research has alienated the Sisterhood, even acknowledging Mesa's presence here would be damaging. When House Mauritani was hunting down her family one by one, the Sisterhood went to great lengths to extract her in secret. And I know for a fact that the Imperial Archives have Sister Mesa Ekaz listed as deceased. I believe a body was supplied in her place. Even acknowledging her existence for a kill contract would expose the Sisterhood's machinations. Dune is the fulcrum of power in the universe. The Dune that was, the Dune that is, and the Dune that will be. The Sisterhood is concerned with all three, although Mesa and I have a special interest in Dune's past. I do not know, but if my presence is known here, then I may be out of time. I need you to investigate and learn the truth of it.
What have you learned? I did a funny thing today. Some children and street urchins got into a tussle. I gave them a few tips, demonstrated some lessons. They thanked me and sauntered off with new pride. Despite myself, my face screwed up into a smile. The muscles of my face are still sore from the effort. I suppose I do. Once our training is concluded, I will miss it. It was a pleasant diversion, I grant you, but it's only a ghost of happier times. The past is dead. I have no future. There is only the now, my purpose, and the place in Fenring's heart where my blade shall nest. What have you learned? Yes? Truly, place it in my hands so that I might believe. Forgive me, being emotional. I never thought I'd hold a Damasteel blade again. You're truly keeping my culture alive. You're worthy of the next lesson. Let the blade fill your hand. Let the blade become your hand. We are reaching the limits of what I can teach you. Such a thing should take years. Who are you? And so it goes. What have you learned? I do not know. Holding the Damasteel sword in my hands brought back a flood of everything as it used to be. Everything the universe should be. I wanted to weep, but I don't think these damn Tali-Laxu eyes are capable of such a feat. The well overflows, but there's nowhere for it to go. You've been a good pupil and friend, but these wrongs cannot go unanswered. Count Fenring cannot go unpunished. What have you learned? You're quite formal today. Well, I have a formal task for you. I feel stronger again. It's time I repay an outstanding debt to Count Fenring. Take this letter, a formal challenge of duel to Alara Tuek. She will know how to get this to Fenring. I will send him screaming to hell as he did me. You helped me crawl my way out of my misery, dear pupil. A master learns more by teaching than they ever did as a student. Will you take my letter of challenge to Alara Tuek? Off you go then.
Attempting to circumvent Arconan regulation.
Oh, look, the kitten is back. Do we have business? A challenge? How wonderfully archaic. And who do you think my master is that I can deliver this challenge? Oh, do be serious, kitten. Our relationship is more complicated than that. Let's see your mysterious little missive. Oh dear. A duel, you say? Your master is soon to be dead. That is not a boast, but the truth of how deadly Fenring is. Alas, I liked Saren.
The whispers of dissent are the seeds of rebellion. Stamp them out with unwavering loyalty.
Небольшой спойлер. Он умрет от этой дуэли.
What
Так
have
что,
you
если
learned?
хотите, чтобы он выжил и дальше обучал детей, то заставьте его отказаться от этой дуэли и от мести. И он выживет.
Yes?
Я сам понимал, что он там умрет,
what?
но я все-таки надеялся, что он выживет.
Well said. Seek me out at the appointed duel grounds later, and we...
Good work. I knew you'd get the job done, Trooper. Don't worry about the code. My good friend, Master Chim, will crack it. I've contacted Dr. Kumari and told her to prep for the procedure. I told you not to worry about that, Trooper. Master Chim will get us a name and a location. Right now, your mission is to secure my ride to Harko. An ex-Dune man, Campos Damari, runs an ornithopter charter service out of the Arrakeen Suk. He mostly takes bored nobles out to see the big worms. But he also has a side gig running contraband between the villages. You're going to make contact with Damari and tell him you want to ship a live package to Harko, but you want to avoid docking fees. Come back to me when it's set. As always, Boot, the details are in the contract.
You're not from around here. But then again, who among us really is? We all come to Arrakis for the same reason, no? Spies. Have you come for the spies? If you want to avoid docking fees, that costs extra. Call it the smuggler's paradox. 3,000 Solaris will cover my fuel and the bribes we must... Very good. I'll get your package to Harko and back.
You're back. I've been waiting for you, Trooper. Did you secure my transportation to Harko? Well done, Trooper. You've gone above and beyond. That's not something I take lightly. If we were in any kind of real military formation, I'd recommend you for a promotion. It's been an honor training you, Trooper. I thought my days as an instructor were behind me forever. But somehow, the spark is still there. I have you to thank for showing me that. Good news on that front. Very good news. We have a name. A real black-hearted piece of shit, too. I'll be doing the known universe a favor. The Mark is a slave lord called Nalus. And I'll take it as a personal favor if you make sure he leaves this world screaming. Nalus was the pig that put the servo-stimulator implant into my head. In my deepest moments of pain and despair, I sustained myself by imagining his death in countless ways. As much as I appreciate your zeal, securing the master transmitter has to be the mission priority. If Nalus dies badly, I'll take that as a bonus. Dr. Kumari has made contact to let me know she's prepped and ready. I go under the knife as soon as you deliver the master transmitter to her. No such luck, but my intel broker is working on that right now. He'll deliver Nalus's location to a dead drop near the Hand of Kadir. You need to get to that dead drop, find Nalus, and take the master transmitter. Preferably from his cold, dead body. The details are in the contract, Trooper. Get it done, and I'll teach you my final combat technique. And Trooper, when this is all said and done, we'll raise a cup together like proper soldiers. Good hunting.
Я пришел к месту дуэли. В записке было написано то, что мой учитель получил то, что хотел, и между мной и его соперником нет больше вражды. Мне было его жаль, но это был его выбор.
We meet again. What were the results? That is troubling. There are frightful stories being whispered about. I have my suspicions, but I must not jump to conclusions until we know more. I must know more first. An old friend of mine is mixed up in... She might be in danger. I've been trying to locate her. It's a delicate matter. That's all I can say for now. A gang of Harkonnen deserters are holed up in a testing station. I have reason to believe one of them knows the crash site of a ship called the Catheria. Go to the testing station, find a report or any other evidence of where the Catheria might have crashed. Find the intel, and I can fill you in more. Do whatever it takes. This one is important to me.
I've been waiting for you. Kara's prepped and ready. Do you have the master transmitter? Very good. With this, I'll be able to sever the link, and the implant should not trouble her anymore. It is a complex procedure, but I'm good at what I do, and she's a tough bitch. She'll pull through. Oh, one last thing. She said she owed you a drink like proper soldiers, I believe she put it. You'll find her at the Seleucid Bull when this is over.
Я наконец дофармил себе ресурсы для штурмового орникоптера. Самый бесячий материал — это алюминий. Его нужно всегда и очень много. Мы с другом пошли добывать пряность, но мы нарвались на игроков и начали ожесточенную драку. Мы побеждали, но они позвали подкрепление, и нам пришлось отступить. ним присоединился третий игрок, что оказалось нам не по силам, и мы отступили. Мое второе самое нелюбимое занятие в этой игре после фармы, это, конечно же, добыча воды, чтобы его переработать. Если бы в игре не было промышленных инструментов, это был бы пипец. Например, у меня промышленный рососборник и перчатки росника, что увеличивает добычу. А также есть период оптимального сбора росы. Если вы нажмете на буковку Т английскую, то вы в правом верхнем углу увидите часы. И вот на экране какой период самый оптимальный для сбора. Также можете делать круговые движения, чтобы забирать вокруг себя росу. Так эффективнее и быстрее, но следите за количеством энергии. И не удивляйтесь, что цветы не светятся синеватым оттенком. Это баг. Наконец собрали воду, сложили, поставили все станции перерабатывать. Теперь можно пойти в глубокую пустыню под подземельем. Я близко уже. Всё, я внутри. Все тут враги. -1. Блядь, промах. -2. -3. Это ты, бля. Чё? Да сколько можно? Били? Так, убегаем. Стаминой. Это пока помогаюсь. Еще один. И второй минус. Отлично. Давай пулеметчика. Минус пулеметчик. Минус второй. Все. Тишина. Никого нету. Да, походу финальная. Вижу. И мана не... Сейчас похились тоже. Бля, тут реально чашка. Так, минус один мечник. Бля, да сколько вас тут? Подожди, я умер. Но не без эксцессов. У меня не вовремя сдох энергоблок. Я был без щитов, так что я умирал там очень быстро. Но я встретил игрока, и он дал мне аж целую 5-ю искру, что спасибо ему от всей души. Если ты это смотришь, чел, спасибо, я это никогда не забуду.
Hi, man.
Hi. This place is clear. Just go away. This place is looted.
Did you need water or something?
I need a battery. For shield.
What?
I need a battery for shield. Thanks, brother. Do you need something?
No.
Thank you very much, bro.
Bye, man.
Bye. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Go friend. Go friend.
Where are you from?
Finland.
England?
Finland. Finish.
Ah, Finland. Oh, I'm from Kazakhstan. Kazakh.
А, здорово тогда.
Блять, можно и на русском тогда,
Да.
заебись.
Блин, бро, тебе не тяжело помочь нам? Мы тут зачищаем.
Без проблем. Чем могу помочь?
Так, оставим пулеметчика. Штурмовика убью сейчас. Убил.
Но, увы, он пал смертью храбрых.
Бля,
Но
братана.
его жертву мы не забудем.
Будь у выхода. Все, убил. Убил. Иди! Ух! Бать, выходим. Нет, он умер. Ты забрал у него там? Так, лутаемся и дадим ему что-нибудь за знак этого доверия. Он под... Этого, блин, челик-то пришел, помог. Так, ну ты смотри. Так, сирокен нафиг выкидываю. Так, забирай себе пластан. Да и все тут забирай. Ты сможешь забрать? Ты где? Обычные компоненты, которые легко доступны, выкидывай фига нафиг. Пойду чела встречу. Да тут нормально лута. Так, я вышел. Пойду челика встречу. Ты тут? Пусть будет, они же на хилки тоже идут. Чел, подожди! Подожди! Чел! Да он улетел, походу. Бля, ну... Я хотела благодарить его. Сука. Как я могу написать ему в личку? Он не был в пати. Я не добавил его.
Но он не вернулся. Я ему от всей души желаю удачи, а мы двигаемся дальше.
You. Your face is known to me. Why do you meddle in my affairs? Why do I seek whom? I have never heard that name before, nor do I seek whoever they are. I hunt a renegade of my order called Tessia Vernius. She was smuggled here in a shipping container, secreted within the hold of an Ixian freighter. We would have had her when she landed, but the Hephaestus was shot down over the Badlands. Should I have interest in this person? I have already said that the name is unfamiliar to me. Withdraw from my presence. That is apology enough.
Remember the sacrifices made to secure our way of life.
You're back. Who is it then? If it isn't Sister Mesa or myself? How did you come by this information? Who set the contract? She knows me. She also knows how to lie like a nightingale can sing. We all do. Tessia Vernius is much bigger game. If she's on Arrakis, I have a bit of extra maneuvering room, but only a bit. Now that Lady Fenring knows I'm here, it'll only be a matter of time until she turns her attention to me. That is a relief. Let us conclude your training, and then you can go. I have many new things to puzzle over. You have come a long way, Adept. You are quite unlike any other I have encountered on this accursed world. You are both competent and deliberate, a rare combination outside the Sisterhood. There is something about you, Adept. I sensed it from the first. I know not what part you have to play in this grand drama, but it will be an important one. Indeed I will, Adept. My work here is not yet done. Allow me time to consider all we have learned and decide my next steps. I will undoubtedly have more intrigue for you to get caught up in. I cannot tell you without breaking my oath to protect the Sisterhood's greatest secret. And while I have every reason to hate them for their willful ignorance, I will not cross that line. What I can tell you is that like all those who seek to hold the reins of power, the Bene Gesserit are obsessed with controlling the future. And while I share their vision for the future, I believe they are on the wrong path to that future. I believe the true path leads right here to Arrakis. Do you actually have a question about Fremen law? The Al-Shahid Al-Khadib. Where did you hear of that? Very well. I'll tell you what I know. In my research of Proto-Fremen religion, I discovered the notes of an Enhedwana, a sort of pre-Fremen hybrid of a Sayadina and soothsayer. Her dreams had an uncanny knack of coming true, and one of her dreams described a twin-tailed comet falling from the sky. A great chariot of fire carrying the Al-Shahid Al-Khadib, a great prophet born to expose the falsehoods that blind us all, the seer of lies. Prophecies are never literal, Adept. You must probe deeper if you are to get at the truth. You have come a long way, Adept. You are both competent and there is something about you. I know not what part you have to play in this grand... Margot Fenring is an influential sister and must not be underestimated. I suspect the War of Assassins and her husband's adjudication of it keep her busy. But time will come when she turns her attention to me, and I must be ready. Thank you, Adept.
We meet again. Fantastic. Let's see what you found out. Yes. This is it. The Catheria crashed in the Haga Rift. Commendable work. Commendable.
Что, парень, страшно? Не хотите выйти?
We've decrypted that spy's report. We're still sifting through data, but it links the renegade Skora to someone I know, Flag Officer Katrina Kloros. Katrina was commander of the Catheria when the ship went down. She survived, but it's now clear that she turned deserter following those events. She's the missing friend I mentioned. At this point, I have more questions than answers. I don't like where any of this is leading. My superiors have been monitoring Katrina, but she won't talk to any Atreides. They want to know more. I want to know more. I need you to talk to her. As someone less official, you might be able to get her to talk. She has to know something that makes this madness make sense. Based on the previous intel you gathered for me, from those Harkonnen deserters, she's near the wreck of the Catheria in the Haga Rift. My superiors didn't seem at all surprised by this revelation. They're holding something back. They've known. I want to say words I should not say. Agreed.
Time is short. People are dying. Atreides' ideals are dying. We have to do something. I do think...
We're still sifting. Katrina was... She's the missing... My superior, as someone less official, based on the previous... My superiors didn't seem at all surprised by this revel... Agreed. None of us see the same...
I eagerly await your report. There's just one more thing. Do whatever it takes to convince Katrina to return to the fold. She was a mentor and a hero of mine. She stands for everything I once believed in. Our path has become so twisted. This war of assassins corrodes our honor and identity. It corrodes me. The Atreides are not the Atreides anymore. I'm at the edge. I need a win. Everything seems to turn out wrong. But we can save her. We can make it right. I have to believe that.
Thank you. It means a great deal to me. And more.
Take it you're not a heat mirage. Who are you? A bit late for that. Even if I wasn't dying, there's no going back now. Anton always was sweet. And naive. I envy that. He won't have it much longer. He was practically a kid when I trained him. An orphan turned soldier. Guess I filled in for something he was missing. May as well ask your questions. Only thing I have left is time. And I don't have much of that.
저것도 есть.
My family's been with the Atreides since time out of mind. Not nobles. Never far up the chain. But our fates have always been tied with that house. That's all gone now. It's... When we came to Arrakis, we were Atreides. We're not anymore. We lost it somewhere in this war of assassins. The ceremonies fade from memory. The medals have no weight. Maybe Skor figured that out. Maybe he was never the ally I thought he was. He was my brother in blood. Saved each other's lives more than once. He was always a loose cannon, though. He always had this ability to make you look the other way. Like the time the Duke himself stepped in on his behalf. Or that last favor he asked me. I was commander of the Catheria. Skor asked me to carry some cargo aboard. No records, no questions. Smuggling, sure, but he said it was important. I agreed to all that. It's just how it was with Skorda. We got ambushed over Arrakis. The Catheria, the Delphus, and the Euphoria. All shot down. It'd be a kindness not to answer. But it's not far. Just over yonder. But if you're looking for Skorda's cargo, you're too late. Bandits came in that night. They went straight for it. They knew it was something valuable. The only one who could have known those particular containers were of any significance. Damn you. Damn you, Skorda. Wasn't what it seemed, whatever it was. Every crash survivor who came in contact with it eventually died. And they didn't die well. I held each of them while their bodies liquefied. While they screamed for loved ones not there. I think my body held out so they wouldn't have to die alone. But I'm fading fast. Skorda betrayed me. My house abandoned us. Secrets and secrets. I called and called. When I finally contacted my superiors, they were worried about diseases or contamination, but agreed to send help. No help came. Time passed. A lot of it. I marked it in the deaths of my crew. Finally, call came in. Some woman asked lots of questions about the symptoms. She told me to leave the sick behind. They couldn't risk taking them back.
couldn't do that. When the last of them died, I abandoned the wreck. I don't think there was ever a plan to help us. I think we were just a petri dish to be studied. Poor Anton. He's getting the hint. I could tell. He's just slower to let the ideals go. You tell him I did my duty, as I saw it. You tell him that. Andrea Gannon. That's who I talked to. She spoke of my crew the way scientists talk about lab rats. That's House Atreides now. No? Maybe. Maybe we can still be who we were. But even if I return to the Atreides, I don't think I have much time. Tell Anton. Tell him I'm sorry.
Katrina Chloros is dead. Puddle of gore. That's all that's left of her. Word just came in from above. She succumbed to the mysterious malady that's going around. And they knew. My superiors chose to let her rot, to observe her like a specimen, just to collect the data. She was. More than you know. She taught me. She's the reason I am the person I am today. We could have saved her. Soldier, hero, mentor. She was one of us. She wasn't a lab rat to study. This was not right. This was not honorable.
I don't want your damn report. I don't want this twisted spycraft trade. I don't want this damn war of assassins.
Listen, we left Kaladin as Atreides. I don't know what we are anymore. All I know is that I am done participating in this twisted game. You want to deliver your report? Take it to my direct superior, Andrea Gannon. Tell her I'm done. Congratulations. Your star is rising.
It seems we both yet live.
Мне было его искренне жаль. Я его всецело поддерживаю.
I did not calculate seeing you today. Correct. I am Andrea Gannon, Mentat, in service to Thufir Hawat and House Atreides. I know of you. I have a detailed file of your exploits. Let's see what you have there. Why hasn't Anton Tolliver delivered the reports through the usual channels? I see. I calculated this would happen, though not so soon. Anton Tolliver's dilemma is a microcosm of an internal conflict plaguing House Atreides. This war of assassins comes down to two mathematical truths. One, the Atreides cannot win this war while cleaving to their ideals and honor. Two, while they could shed these illusions, I calculate that victory at the cost of their honor and identity would constitute another form of death. The answer, then, becomes obvious. Insulation. Some of us must do the distasteful deeds of spycraft and intrigue, so that others do not. My cold mind gives me a certain distance. I can do what needs to be done and not lose myself. I calculate you to be much the same. We can insulate House Atreides. We can be the stained gloves protecting the hands of a good doctor. Then I hereby promote you. Now let's get to work. There is also something of a timely element that forces me to make greater haste and have greater need of your skills. Simone von Koenig, a devious mentat, my counterpart among House Harkonnen. She too is investigating the mysterious death sweeping through Arrakeen. She is spying on me and my assets. She's making risky maneuvers in Arrakeen itself. She could conceivably be behind all of this. It is only a speculated possibility, one of many. She definitely has set her eyes on this strange malady and the events surrounding it. Captain Skorda is clearly involved with the mystery ailment. I've collated the evidence, patterns, and probabilities. They do not add up to a disease. An unknown substance. Something Captain Skorda was involved with. Something contained aboard the Catheria when it crashed. The Sandflies have been operating on the shield wall. Collected intel suggests their involvement with Captain Skorda and the wreck of the Catheria. Among other things, the Sandflies have experienced the same mysterious deaths that we've seen in Arrakeen, just prior to our outbreak here. Originally a labor movement, the brutal grip of the Harkonnens transformed them into something that is part bandit band and part rebel movement. Their structure is organized, but highly decentralized, making them difficult to stamp out by any powers that be. I would like you to raid and investigate a Sandflies training camp and bring me any pertinent intel. Alacrity is appreciated. I did not calculate seeing you today. That question presupposes we had the power to save Commander Kloros. We did not. The crew of the Catheria suffered a mysterious malady of unknown scope and origin. We had to observe. You speak from a place that values emotion over knowledge. I can understand to a certain extent. Allow me to correct you. Is the ailment a disease? A poison? Is it contagious? How quickly can it spread and by what vectors? Was it caused by an accident or maleficence? These were all unknown quantities. We had to know more before we could act. At our level of responsibility, we deal with more than what is immediately in front of us. There is a larger picture at play. By attempting to save Captain Kloros, we might doom whole populations to a plague. By failing to carefully observe the malady, we might fail to learn how to stop it. Resist the knee-jerk pull of high emotion. Think. Interesting. I see. A pilot hired to remove an unspecified container from the shipwreck. Excellent work. I apologize, but I have little aptitude for personable small talk. What specifically do you want to know? I grew up an orphan and was earmarked early on to become an Imperial Mentat, before Thufir Hawat took me under his wing. Thufir filled the vacancy of my parents. He understood how my mind worked better than my previous tutors, knew how to communicate to my potential. I shall always be grateful to Thufir for that. No one could ask for a better mentor. I came to Arrakis at Thufir's request, serving as his hidden right hand during this war of assassins, just as he serves as a hand of Duke Leto. Now, is there anything else you would like to know about me? What would you like to know? I do not partition my time to include much leisure. However, I do enjoy reading various histories while listening to music. The genre is irrelevant, so long as the music contains beta isochronic tones. That is a fascinating field of study. I find such music helps me to sort out my mind space. Now, is there anything else you would like to know about me? What would you like to know? I've reached the inescapable conclusion that House Atreides is not predisposed to flourish in a protracted and covert conflict of flexible morals. However, the War of Assassins allows one with my skill set to truly hone their craft. This is what some might call a silver lining. Now, is there anything else you would like? What would you like to know? I proudly serve my adopted house, though in my youth I found their storybook ideals of honor to be naive and fanciful, bordering on childish. In time, I came to amend my opinions on the matter. I agree with you. On Old Terra, there was a literary character named Don Quixote, who upheld fanciful ideals in a mundane and cynical world. A person can keep one foot in the world as it really is, as well as one foot in the world as it ought to be. Atreides' ideals have value. I lean harder on the foot set in cold reality, so that others might lean into those ideals. Now, is there anything else you would like to know about me? As you like. I did not calculate seeing you today. Multiple deaths spread across Arrakeen. Not yet an epidemic, but the symptoms are morbid, and a connection between victims is difficult to establish. Tensions are high, particularly with the possibility that we have experienced the test run of some class of bioweapon. I am tasked with discovering the nature of the ailment, identifying the malefactor, if malefactor there be, and to aid in developing a defense. I calculate you will be useful in the... I apologize, but I have little aptitude for personable small talk. I did not calculate... I believe I have triangulated the most probable location. I'd already generated a list of persons of interest and had tabs put on them. Trip Yates was on that list. As you say, I require you to locate Trip Yates and extract information from him. I leave the method of extraction to your discretion. Logic and even prescience are not absolutes. I will mark your task done upon your return. Details are in the contract.
Она была мне неприятна, и я осуждал ее, но ее доводы были довольно-таки резонными.
Hey, friend, what can I do you for, huh? That's so. Maybe it's old Trip's lucky day. Information is like currency, right? As valuable as gold or spice. Well, maybe not spice. What you offering? Hey, no need to get ugly. I'll talk. Yeah, tell you anything you want to know. Everyone knows you can trust old Trip. You know, yeah, it's just medical supplies to take to... Alright, don't be that way. Was it medical supplies? I don't know what it was. Honest, it kind of thing that attracts scary folk. You know what I mean? Someone called the Red Scorpion got in touch with the Sandflies to hire me to transport the cargo. It's no questions asked kind of vibe. You know what I mean? Word on the wind is serious folk are after this. Crime lords, spies, maybe even Imperials. Well, that's all I know. Swear to spice. Alright. I heard the rumour that this Red Scorpion can be found at an old testing station. So, can I go now? My cargoes won't smuggle themselves.
I did not calculate seeing you today. I have a dossier on that pseudonym. His real name is Turgon Hauer. Based on his normal patterns of observed activity, his most probable location currently is Desert Testing Station number 142. Raid the station, find the Red Scorpion, aka Turgon Hauer, and any evidence on the whereabouts or contents of the container in question. That would be advisable. My prediction on his location loses accuracy with every minute that passes.
А на этом мы закончим. Извиняюсь за то, что видео становятся такими длинными. Просто я набрал больше 100 часов видеоматериала, и я хочу это как-то побыстрее смонтировать, так что я монтирую сразу по 10 часов. Но могу я порадовать то, что все эти задания скоро кончатся, останется только сюжетка, и я могу показывать вам только нарезки из PvP контента. Спасибо, что досмотрели до конца, подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте лайки, делитесь с друзьями и обязательно пишите комментарии, я на них отвечу. И до новых встреч!